Mad Queen. Welcome into the Queen's Lair. This is another video where I'm going to just dive in and give you as much information as possible about this hero. If you don't know, I do have an entire playlist dedicated to going over the heroes in Awaken Chaosera in detail. That is on the main channel of my YouTube, and you can also find it at the very end of this video as well. Also, if you're a new player or an experienced player, join my growing Discord community. It is an excellent way for beginners to ask for advice and also for experienced players to help give some advice. So Marian Shadowblood here, you can see I do have her at 70 out of 70, and you can't see, but I do have her fully ascended as well because I'm kind of in the way here. But she is a dark hero that's an epic offensive hero as well. What this means is there are light and dark heroes within the game. She's going to do more damage to light heroes, but also take more damage from light heroes. She's a really, really good hero. She's also been around for a really long time. And honestly, it took people quite some time to really understand how she worked and realize that she is a really good hero for the most part. So in this, I'm going to be going over all of her base stats, her gear, her masteries, her ascension, hero pairings, as well as different build options and other things. I will also be going in here and rating her everywhere within the game. That's going to be at the very end though. So if you're interested in seeing that, you have to stick around. Firstly, let's go ahead and take a look at her base stats. And I did mention I'm at 70 because it does make a difference if you're at 50 or 60. The base stats change depending on what level you have your hero at. So her attack, 1200 attack, it's okay. It's okay. Honestly, it's all right. But for an epic, it could be worse. Health is 5600, which is not bad. It's all right. 458 defense, not great. 122 speed, not great. And 6% crit rate. The way that Marian works is really unique, and she can be a pretty fun hero to mess around with. Before I go into her different build options, let's take a look at her abilities. So her trait, Cruelty. On each ally attack, she has a 30% chance to launch a joint attack. Once you have her ascended, on each ally attack, she has a 30% chance to launch a joint attack. Trigger chance scales with the hero's speed, so how fast she is. Her basic ability, Lash, deals 90% damage to one enemy, plus true damage equal to 3% of their max health. Trample, her special, it removes one negative effect and deals 110% damage to one enemy and recovers 30% of her max health. Lastly, her ultimate, Unholy Redemption, deals 100% damage to all enemies plus true damage equal to 8% of their max health and gains Unholy Redemption for 2 turns. So Unholy Redemption gives her plus 50% damage reduction, which means she's just going to take less damage from enemies, and 40% lifesteal, so she's going to be able to heal herself pretty decently. As you can see, I have it on a 5-turn cooldown. It's going to be less than that because I do have her masteries here. So that's completely finished, which, let's go here. I'll show you I do have her masteries totally finished, 15 out of 15. You don't necessarily need to do that. If you can get her gear and get 4 here, you can stop and move on to somebody else. But Marian is a really excellent hero, and because she's a dark hero, she can be used in a lot of places. She's not going to be a weak affinity to wood, fire, or water element heroes. And I would also say that as far as prioritizing her masteries, as far as epics go, she is in the top 10. she's going to be excellent in so many places. Not only can she deal a lot of damage, she can also sustain and take a lot of damage, but then also heal herself as well. And she also is able to get extra attacks, which is really, really nice. I do have... where's her ascension? Let's take a look. Is it 2 or 5? Okay, so you do get her ascension at the second ascension. And then I want to know, I do have her abilities fully done and her glyphs are fully done as well. That's very important on all heroes. I have her in an assassin set and a warrior set. You can also look to put her in a raider set, which is going to be really good because she does need to have a lot of speed. Specifically, if you're going to be using her on the guild boss, where she's excellent at, she is going to need 240 speed minimum. And the only way you're going to really be able to get that is if you're using speed boots. I think these are speed, but you're going to have speed boots that are in the raider set. So it's going to be hard to get as much speed as you need unless you've been extremely lucky with your rolls. But the assassin set works really well because she's just going to get more attack on attack on attack. So that's what all of her damage is based on, attack, which is all heroes unless it states otherwise. But going through all the stats here, you can see we've got, honestly, it's not the best. 2 rolls and a crit rate here, some crit damage. 3 rolls and a crit rate with a bit of attack. Focus is not important here. 3 rolls and a crit damage. 1, there's a little bit of attack percent here. Speed boots with crit rate, attack percent, and crit damage. Crit damage ring with some crit rate. A little bit of speed here, and awful rolls into attack. Flat stat. Then on her necklace, we have 50% attack with 3 rolls into crit rate. And a little bit of crit damage as well. So let me show you all of her overall stats. These could be much better, and unfortunately you are going to have to give up a bit of attack to get a high amount of speed on her. And as you can see, I don't have her at the speed she really should be. This is specifically going to be for the guild boss, but if you remember from her trait, the chances of her getting extra turns is really going to depend on how fast she is. So you do want her to be as quick as possible. Speed is very vital on her. And then you want to try to get as much attack percent, crit rate, and crit damage as possible. But if you are a beginner and you're in the beginning stages of the game, because this warrior set is more of a late mid-game to later game set that you can get, just put her in. Honestly, you could do a warrior set, a rage set, and a raider set. So she's getting extra attack, extra speed, and extra crit rate. You can do 2 raider sets and a warrior set, whatever you can accomplish to get whatever you need to for her to make her the best as possible. Lastly, let's go ahead and rate her everywhere within the game. They do have some options here, I guess. They have Jacob and Crazed Urzag. I know for sure that she does work really well with Jacob. I have them both together on my guild boss team. I will say quickly, though, don't really pay attention. Just don't pay attention to the ratings in game. Unfortunately, most of them are not accurate. Sometimes they are. But most times when people are rating, it's before they have a full grasp on the hero. So I just wanted you to keep that in mind. But as far as arena offense, I'll give her 4 stars. Arena defense, we'll go 3. No Man's Land Bane Wraith, we're going to give her 4 stars. Sorry, my dog thinks it's time to play, and it's not. Flame Lizard, 4 stars. Wraithful Flood, 4 stars. Lord of Holy Light, 5 stars. Shadow Captive, 5 stars. Roaring Tulpa, 4 stars. Queen of Tides, 4 stars. Witch of the Wind, 5 stars. Gemini Dragon, oh my gosh. It's like a 2 or 3 star, to be honest. And then Armored Incursion, 5 stars. She can also be used in Endless Trials, in the Void Tower, just about anywhere for the most part. I would say overall, I would give her probably 4.5 star. Probably a 4 star out of 5 as far as epic offensive heroes go. She is very, very, very good. The only downfall is you really do need a lot of stats for her. You need speed, attack, crit rate, crit damage, and not just a little speed, a lot. But besides that, she's a very, very good hero, and she can be used in a lot of places. She's not going to be necessarily the best option for everywhere, but she can really be used, for the most part, everywhere. So if I was unclear about anything, or you guys have any more questions, you'd like to talk about hero pairings, other gear options, honestly, anything, I would love to continue the conversation with you guys in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.